Thinking the relationships that you have in your business or relationships that you have in your personal life, I want you to start thinking about what are you doing to nurture that relationship? What are you doing to serve that relationship? Not what you're doing last year. What are you doing different? What are you doing in addition this year, right now? How are you progressing that relationship forward no matter what the fuck the person's doing back to you?
I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it. Peeling off like the whip.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Do Good Movement. Our purpose here is to make a positive impact in our society through real-life education. The movement comes into play when you share the content to help other people do good just like you. For all of you sharing the movement with your friends, family, people you love out there, I appreciate you. Thank you. That's the only way we get the word out, and that's how we live up to our purpose here. Speaking about that, today I want to talk to you about relationships. And the truth about relationships that a lot of people don't understand. And my goal here, I'm trying to do better at this when I start a podcast and start talking to you guys on really my true intentions here. And my intentions of this podcast is to help you guys build and nurture and create long relationships in your life versus jumping one to the next, to the next, to the next, and show you how to build the right behaviors in your life to have a sustainable, successful life. Where to start, man? Think of the word like relationship and what's defined in that. And when you think about a relationship, it's more than one. And, you know, we live life expecting other people to make our life work, to serve us, to show up for us. But hardly ever do we look at the mirror and see what are we doing for the other person, the other thing in this relationship thing, meaning if it's a business deal. And it's a two-way deal. And a relationship is really one's work they put in with another and the commitments that they made for each other. And relationships are extremely fucking hard. And I'll just be transparent about that. Your relationships in business are going to be hard. Your relationship with your boss, your coworker, your peer, your kids, your spouse, your parents. Relationships are very difficult to make successful. Why do you think relationships are difficult to make successful? Well, there's two reasons, in my opinion. One is somebody goes into a relationship expecting to be served the whole time versus serve the other person. And the second reason why it's very hard is because it takes work. You think, hey, man, let's go get married, and the rest is history, and it's just going to work out because we share this love today. We share this similar interest today. Like, shit changes, guys, as time goes on. And it's like a plant. If you stop watering that plant's going to die. And so as I'm talking right now and you're thinking the relationships that you have in your business or relationships that you have in your personal life, I want you to start thinking about what are you doing to nurture that relationship? What are you doing to serve that relationship? Not what you're doing last year. What are you doing different? What are you doing in addition this year, right now? How are you progressing that relationship forward no matter what the fuck the person's doing back to you? Okay? And it's super easy to quit on relationships. That's why divorce rates are so high. That's why people jump job to job in the business sector. You look at the resumes, it's literally a different fucking job every year, every 2 years. And it's literally getting worse as time goes on. It's because how you are perceiving the fucking relationship. You're going into this and saying, yeah, I don't like it. This is not really for me. It's not serving me. And then you go to the next relationship, and it's the same thing. Like, when's it ever going to fucking stop? Is it the other person? Is it the other business? Or is it you? Is it you? Is there something in you that needs to change and make the relationships better? And that is the point every single time, because if both people in the relationship are quitters, both people in the relationship don't want to put in the time with each other, both people in the relationship, not a single one of them comes up with an idea or something different to make it move forward, they fail. And that's why I said, look at yourself, because somebody has to lead the fucking thing. You could either wait for that person to lead or you can take control and lead it. I don't believe in quit, guys. I don't believe in quit unless what we committed to is completely fucking backwards, and I did every single thing I could. I built secondary solutions in all different ways to try to make it work, and it just doesn't fucking work. That's when I'll move on. But other than that, I expect it to be hard. I expect it to be fucked up. I expect the person, the business to make mistakes. Because guess what? Who controls it all? Us. Us as people. And guess what people are? They're not fucking perfect. And that's what a relationship is. It's saying, hey, we're making a commitment to each other, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get through this fucking thing. And I've done a pretty good job at that, but there's been times in my life where I've fucked up, and I've looked in the rearview mirror and said, I wish I wouldn't have done that. And that's why I'm able to talk to you in this way and coach you in this way, because I've done both sides of it in the last 11 years of my business, and also in, for my whole life on the personal aspect. So here's what I want you to think of before quitting on a relationship. One, if you're going to quit, it's because you have your eye on something else. You have a different vision and a different perspective and a different direction you're going to go. Okay? So that different thing that you're going to jump into, that different person you're going to jump into, what is telling you that the grass is greener on that side? How do you confirm that? Is it the one proposal they gave you? Is it they look sexy, when you saw them out? How do you really know who that fucking person is? How do you really know what that business is if you have no experience there, but you have all the experience in the world with this other person and this other business? At least you know who that is. At least you know what that business does, and you can make change with that because you know where it is. Besides, when you leave something that's okay, it could be a little fucked up. You go into this new thing with this expectation that it's going to be all different. How are you confirming that? You don't even know the fucking person or the fucking business. How are you confirming that? So step one, confirm that that's actually true. Maybe dip your toe into it and build some understanding. Because guess what, guys? You thought this relationship over here was fucking amazing when you first started. That's why you signed up for it in the beginning. And it's a little bit different than what you thought, right? A little bit different. What tells you it's any different over there, okay? The second one, can you live without never being able to recuperate that relationship again? Meaning, if you decide to go in a different direction and that other person decides to go in a different direction as well and say, I'm not going to ever accept you back, can you live with that? Think about all the good things. I know it's probably hard. Think about all the good things that person's done. Think about all the good things that business has done. Think about where their heart is, where their intent is, where their character is. No matter if it's fucked up, think about the core of the business. Think about the core of the person. And think about not ever living with that again. Never having a phone call to reach out. Never being able to go on that date again. Never being able to see them again. Can you live with that? Because over on this other side, you really don't know what the fuck it is. Okay? So all I'm trying to say here is the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and you really don't know what's worse. You're getting the wool pulled over your eyes on some certain perspective because you're only grading it on one scale. What are the 10 important things to you in a relationship? I talked about this in an earlier podcast. What are the 10 important things to you in a relationship? Identify that, and then weigh each 10 things before you make the decision. I could guarantee you the person you're dating today, the person you're married to today, your parents, your kids, the business relationships you have over here, if you put them all on a scale of 10, if it's who are they at their core, what are their values, what are their attributes, what do they look like, how do they love, how do they make me feel, blah, 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 like whatever's important to you. What's that? Are they at 80%? Are they at 50%? Are they at 20%? And then go over here and write and have the same scale. Guarantee you can't even fucking fill it out because you don't know. So before jumping to the other side, spend more time to understand really what's going on and really what you want to go ahead and make that decision. Take your time with it because a lot of relationships won't accept you back. I'm going to give you a story. without getting into too much detail, just so this relates to everybody listening today. There's been times in my business career where we've got so fucking frustrated with each other and quit on each other. And there's been times in my business career where we got so fucking frustrated with each other and we stayed with each other. And the times that I've stayed with that relationship inside my business has made me so much more successful, because I've had to build a skill set on how to work with this person and how to build a relationship together. And that learning has served me with my family and has served me with other relationships in business, because I've had to fucking figure it out versus quit. Okay? The relationships that I quit on in my business career that I was very frustrated with, but I took the bitch move and quit because I was an emotional guy at the time. I fucking look back all the time and wish I'd been able to rekindle that relationship. And by the grace of God, one relationship that I recently just rekindled has saved my whole fucking business. Believe that. Fucking crazy, right? Relationships are what make you successful in life. Relationships not going to give you everything that you want, but it's going to give you what you need, and it's going to connect you to other things that are going to help you move further in life. And some of those things are going to be skill sets and behaviors within inside yourself. So what I'm telling you to do here is slow down, weigh it out, and really think about this before you go ahead and make that decision, because I can guarantee you just the reason you jumped in with that person in the beginning is probably the reason you're going to need to re-jump in with them towards the end. But you don't know that yet because you're getting blinded by whatever this other shit is in front of you. So work it out with the people in your life. You joined with that person for a particular reason. Talk with each other, communicate with each other, be real with each other. You know each other for the most part, and put it together. That's what I got for you guys today. Do good.